So the guy I've been dating for 8 months just came over and broke up with me. When I met him in March, I came back to life. I got my confidence back. I played, I laughed. The hardest thing for me is that he just committed like 3 weeks ago and told me that he considers me his girlfriend and has told everybody else. And so what did I do? I put him right back on Facebook and paraded him in front of everybody. Like, here's my guy. So, as much as I know it's the right thing, like my mind knows it's the right thing, my heart hurts.
In today's video, we will take a look at this 52-year-old woman who divorced her husband of 25 years because she thought she became better than him. She later has a breakdown and loses it, but that will be later in the video. We will first begin with the real reason she left her ex-husband. Let's jump in.
To answer this question, can I ask, how do you think it got to that point, if you don't mind answering? She's referring to the video I made where I talk about my husband of 25 years sitting me down and telling me at a Mexican restaurant that he was only in our marriage for our daughter, essentially saying he didn't love me anymore, which I therefore left and started over again with our daughter. So how did it get to that point? You know, it's very interesting that you ask this because I've been making videos about older women dating younger men. And it's funny because I think that age actually did hurt us in our marriage. I was 21 and he was 31 when we got together. I had a 2-month-old baby and he had a couple kids actually from a previous marriage. And I was still living with my parents. It was very much, even though neither one of us had anything, neither of us had any money. We didn't have literally anything. That part was very equal. He was still 10 years older and was very much the boss, controlled the finances, made all the decisions, when we were going to live together, when we were going to get married. He was the decision maker in all of those cases. And I didn't really have enough confidence to make my own decisions at that time. What happened though was we got together and I started really helping him build a business that he had a license for, but really wasn't doing anything in. So I applied all of my marketing to his business. The business took off. Between my marketing and his sales, we skyrocketed. We made $1 million our first year. We were the #1 catering company in all of Las Vegas for decades. It was a really big deal. But what happened was, as that time went on, I started establishing myself. I started building my own confidence, my own identity. Eventually, we wound up getting into real estate, and I became a teacher, trainer, and started coaching and speaking on real estate and on marketing. And then that turned into me speaking about affiliate marketing and making 6 figures as an affiliate marketer. And then I'm on the stages and I'm writing books and I'm doing things like that. And as I climbed that social ladder, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it, I think he struggled. And I'll be really honest with you, he didn't change. He didn't change at all. I don't think in the entire 25 years he ever changed. He was the same guy he was when we met, and that was a problem. Because when you marry a 21-year-old girl that has not grown into the woman she's going to be yet, you're kind of asking for trouble unless you're going to grow with her. And you know, if one person grows and the other one stays in the same spot, then one is probably gonna go a different direction. And I'm not saying I was better than, I'm not saying anything to do with that. I'm saying we grew in different directions. I grew up in that marriage. I grew up. And then I didn't want to ask for allowance. I didn't want to ask for money. I didn't want him to make all the decisions anymore. I started standing up for myself and saying, this is what I want our life to look like. I didn't feel safe in a lot of the decisions he made. And it concerned me. And so I wanted to be more involved with the finances. I wanted to be more involved with our investments. And there was so much push and pull then, because for so long he was just the boss. And, you know, a man's ego doesn't do so well when the woman becomes too strong. And I did become too alpha. I did become too bossy and domineering. I think I just a fear for losing everything, which I won't go into those details, but we had some issues in there. I didn't trust the situation. I'm like, I need to take over. I need to protect us and keep us safe. And what does that do? That makes me less feminine. It makes me less attractive. And I'm not saying it was his fault. I'm not saying it was my fault. I'm just saying when you start off with that much of an age gap, somebody's going to probably grow in a different direction than the other one. So that's just my honest answer.
Primarily, it appears implausible that her former spouse remained unchanged throughout the entire 25-year duration of their marriage. She herself attested to their humble beginnings, followed by the accumulation of substantial wealth later in life. Implicit in her narrative is the burgeoning success of their business endeavors, which afforded her increased opportunities and influence. Regrettably, this newfound agency seemingly prompted her belief that she could act without restraint, thus diminishing the authority of her ex-husband, who played a pivotal role in their initial success. Furthermore, subsequent to departing from her former partner and recognizing the predilection of men her age for younger companions, she endeavors to persuade individuals of her enhanced value compared to younger women. But before we continue, be sure to share your thoughts in the comment section below.
2 years old today. This is 52. I turned off the filters. I'm outside. I am on my patio in the sun, but there are no filters. This is 52. All of it imperfections. Got a little bit more of the lines, the wrinkles. Skin is not perfect. A little more wrinkles around the neck, right? This is 52. I am not upset about being 52, and I think that I'm in many ways younger, feeling, looking energy than I was 10 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago in some ways. And yes, I come on here on TikTok and talk about dating, and I put on filters. You know those filters that give you like a little bit of an eyelash, or they soften these imperfections in our face. They give us a little bit of that glow, maybe hide some of the lines and wrinkles. I don't know. We all kind of do it just to soften things up. Today I thought, you know what, it is my birthday. I'm 52 years old. I'm just going to come on here, darn it, and be here. In reality, this is what it is. And 52 in the dating scene is hard. It is hard. We're constantly taking a look around and looking at the younger girls. But I'll tell you, the truth is, when I was in my 20s and dating, I was as insecure as I am in my 50s and dating. And in our 50s, we come to the table with a lot more experience, a lot more to offer somebody else. Yes, there's often more baggage that comes with that too. You know, even though I'm in a very free place in my life, my kids are grown, I don't need anybody else financially, I've got a nice, beautiful house that I built, not my ex-husband, I built it after the divorce. But I still feel like I have baggage too, because emotional triggers and whatnot that we have when we're in a new relationship. So nobody is free from that type of thing. But being 52 out there in the dating scene it's scary, it's messy, it's complicated, all of those things. But I don't really think it's probably that much different than what the younger people are going through. It's hard for anybody being out there. But anyway, I just thought I'd pop on here. It's my birthday, 52 years old, single, out there dating, having a good time, sharing with you guys all the stories, and let's just see where it goes from here.
Madam, you have been entrusted with a familial responsibility, a duty you chose to dismantle through self-centered actions. Presently, your demeanor seems confined to engaging in fleeting, uncommitted relationships, akin to a transient transaction. Prior to the inevitable sorrow of remorse and dismissal, let us observe the unwarranted elation you displayed upon encountering an individual, presuming their commitment where none existed.
47 years old, after 25 years married, I found myself divorced. You guys, I thought it was over. I remember sitting on my floor just crying, saying, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm too old to do this again. I'm too old now to fall in love and find the love of my life, because how much time are we going to have left, right? Now, some of you are going to say 47 is so young, but to me, it felt like life was over. And to be honest with you, even into my 50s, I bought my own house. My kids went off to college when I was 50. And then one day I happened to be looking across the bar and saw a guy, and I asked my friends, who is that? And they said, we don't know, but we'll find out. Little did I know they were actually approaching him. I didn't realize that was happening until it was already happening. Right now, I can tell you that for the first time in my life, since my divorce, I feel alive again. And it has really made me realize that I'm 52 now, and I feel great. I'm out having fun. I'm dancing, I'm dating, I'm singing, I'm playing, I'm traveling. I'm doing all those things, and I have freedom to do it. So if you think your life is over at 50, take it from me, it's not over.
In the next clip, we will see how fast he gets rid of her. But before that, if you have enjoyed the video this far, be sure to like the video and subscribe. Let's continue.
Honest about the dating journey up until now, so why change? So the guy I've been dating for 8 months just came over and broke up with me. Honestly, I'm gonna say that I knew it was coming. I mean, we've had some ons and offs and aren't really compatible in the long run. That doesn't mean it hurts any less. After 8 months, that's a long time. The hardest thing for me is that he just committed like 3 weeks ago and told me that he considers me his girlfriend and has told everybody else. And so what did I do? I put him right back on Facebook and paraded him in front of everybody. Like, here's my guy. So, as much as I know it's the right thing, like my mind knows it's the right thing, my heart hurts. And those of you that are in the dating scene, you know how this feels. To think about, well, but here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna say. I had the time of my life this year. And when I met him in March, I came back to life. I got my confidence back. I played, I laughed. I camped, I ate sushi. I did things I've never done before. I ran barefoot through the sprinklers and into the cold waters camping and peed behind a tree. All the things that I swore I'd never do. I don't have any regrets at all. And now I feel like it's time for me to go play. I want to be single. I want to go play. I want to have fun. I probably want to date multiple people and find out who I really want after all that time. You know, I was married 25 years. So since I was 21 years old, I was married. I don't know really what I want in life, you know, as a partner. Maybe I don't even want a partner. Maybe I want to just go have fun, flirt around, date a little, you know, just have a good time. I don't have to. We're not required to settle down. And if something happens and the right person in the right frame of mind comes along, great. You know, this guy had kids, entanglements with an ex-wife, didn't want to make me public on Facebook. And I have had issues with that from day one. It's time to release it, let it go, let him go, let him move on. You know, it stings, and I know I'm going to miss him, but that's what it's all about, right?
This individual, aged 52, continues to grapple with discerning her desires within her romantic life. This observation doesn't astonish me, for I opine that women, when left to navigate their own paths, often exhibit self-destructive tendencies. Throughout history, women have typically been shielded and guided, primarily due to the perceived vulnerability they possess. Men, since time immemorial, have endeavored to safeguard women, ensuring their lives unfold seamlessly amidst the complexities of existence. However, should a woman opt to pursue a rebellious and independent trajectory, it may be appropriate to bid her farewell. In my last video, a 45-year-old woman divorced her husband of 20 years, then became homeless and started begging for money online. If you want to go watch that video next, it will appear at the end of this video. If you would like to support my videos by donating, you can do so via Super Thanks, which are located to the right of the like button. I greatly appreciate any and all donations. As is our customary practice, I extend an open invitation for you to subscribe and share your insights by liking and perspectives through comments and reflections. In the interim, I wish you all the very best, urging you to take care of yourselves. Until we convene for our next episode, I bid adieu to each and every one of you. Farewell, dear audience.